Hey there, David Abrams here from Team Systemizely, and first of all, thank you so much for joining us today. I have a great video presentation here for you guys today. What I actually wanted to talk about was not necessarily systems or operations or automation, the usual things that we talk about here at Systemizely. What I wanted to talk to you about today was the core engine that drives all those things. And it's something that I felt was super important to talk about, something that not a lot of people talk about, but for us in our business, we talk about it all the time, and that is leadership. What it takes to be the CEO, the leader, the company head, the thing that moves your company forward to success, to where you want it to be. So we're gonna go over the 5 core principles of leadership today, the things that I've boiled leadership down to. I have a lot of cool resources and tips and downloads for you. So go ahead and watch this video, get access to everything, and I truly hope you enjoy it. Thanks. So we're going to be dissecting the 5 core leadership habits of highly effective leaders. Now, this is absolutely crucial, and with constant application, you will be able to implement these things directly into your own leadership techniques and to your company. Again, this is all about leading your company into the next steps, right? So leaders need to project a powerful presence every time they step into a room. You need to have seamless congruence between your words and your actions. It's so important to have the congruence that you need to do what you say, because that is one of the primary things a leader does, right? They act. And you have to let people admire and hold you in high esteem. That doesn't mean you talk about yourself. It's just your leadership itself gets people to hold you in high esteem. And it's really because of these core leadership tactics that we're going to talk about today. So habit number 1 is really highly effective leaders stay calm under pressure. So the first habit of truly highly effective leadership is staying calm under pressure. You might be wondering why it's so important, and the answer is actually really simple. When all hell breaks loose, you're the leader and everybody's going to look to you. When things start breaking down, people need to rely on someone, your employees, your team, investors, it doesn't matter. They're going to look to you. You're the company leader. So you need to remain calm under pressure. Because of this, you must project a presence that exudes confidence, strength, calmness. Otherwise, you'll simply be adding additional insult to injury, right? So with that in mind, begin to step out of your comfort zone on a daily basis. Do things that help you control the situation. And instead of flipping out like it's so easy to do when fires happen and just letting your anxiety get the best of you and giving attitude to people and being sharp, take a deep breath, take a mental step back from the situation, re-enter like a 5-star general. Just make sure you're coming in calm. You know what to do, and desire to help the situation. Let them know, like, for instance, say something like, listen, we've all faced adversity at some point, guys. Our ship's not going down. Let's not get overwhelmed by this fire. We need to focus on the solution. Let's encourage one another, and remember that we can and will overcome the situation if we just leave our egos at the door and do what we do best. Let's focus on solutions by elaborating what specifically you need from your team. So literally exactly say what you need from your team. It might be dedication. It might be really looking at the details. It might be, there was an error in accounting and you just need people to be more detailed and focused. Talk about these things, but if you come with this type of structure and encouragement to focusing on the details with a calm, collected attitude, you will be able to handle these fires so much more. And instead of getting all riled up, which riles everyone else up, being calm under that fire will be so powerful. Now, when you're done speaking, immediately begin to lead by example. Be the first person in there to fix the fire. Speak encouraging words so you can help the situation diffuse minute by minute until it's finally passed. It's really hard for people to focus on fixing things when they are anxious and overwhelmed. And when you do these actions, your team can't help but respect you, because you'll be displaying the strength that they need as well. And most importantly, they need to know that without a shadow of a doubt that they can count on you when it's crunch time, which will result in a greater level of loyalty and respect for you as their personal leader. Now, once the fire is resolved, we got to figure out why that fire started in the first place. It's just as important to figure out why fires happen as it is to put them out, right? So solving problems is just the first step. Eric Ries, amazing entrepreneur, author of The Lean Startup, a book that I absolutely recommend you read if you haven't read it. has a solution called the 5 Whys. The 5 Whys, and you can read it in the article below. I'll link to the article. It's a great article about how to use it to figure out where problems come up from and how to find and solve them. So the next time you find yourself in that situation, think about the 5 Whys, okay? So highly effective leaders are committed to constant improvement. Now, the second habit of highly effective leadership is to be committed to constant improvement. Why? Well, you're a leader. And part of the responsibility of being a leader is to lead your followers, your entourage, your team to victory, right? So with that in mind, you must make an actual effort in time investment to the preparation of your team by helping everyone to become more polished, right? So your job is to not only help yourself get better, but to help everyone around you get better. Lift everyone else up and help them improve as well. And I want you to know that when I say the word everyone, I'm also including the stragglers, because you need all team members in your organization and in position to succeed. Now, obviously we want to hire the best people, but not everyone always gets tasks. Not everyone always gets the technology pieces. They can be A players in what they do, but if you're implementing a new system, a new technology piece, you have to be able to understand their limitations and where they're strongest at, and then help them become polished in the right places, right? We want to put them in the positions to succeed. So you might be asking yourself right now how you can personally accomplish this in your organization. Now, the answer is simple. It can be accomplished in 3 easy steps, right? So step number 1 is surrounding yourself with other leaders in your industry by joining a mastermind. I love masterminds, and I strongly suggest that you join one if you know of one that, for instance, I'm in a SaaS mastermind, a software mastermind, to help me improve my leadership in growing, managing, and operating software, developing the teams, what to look for sales and marketing, all that kind of stuff. So this will keep you sharp, on the cutting edge, and focus on bringing the best you that you can every day. Now, it's all about finding the one that's right for you, and I highly recommend you invest in one for this year, for 2015. Invest in a mastermind, because not only the network that you get inside that mastermind is so valuable, but you will learn so much for it. If there's anything that you can invest in, it's investing in your business and yourself by joining a mastermind, joining like-minded, high-quality entrepreneurs, and learning from them, because there's always something you can learn, and hopefully you can teach others from some of your things. Just small tips and tricks can help other entrepreneurs grow as well, right? Number 2 is set daily, weekly, and monthly benchmarks for you and your team to follow. It's so important to have benchmarks, to know where you want to go, to set your goals, and then work to attain them. I personally like to break things down into quarterly goals and then into weekly and monthly goals. So I try to line up what I'm going to sell, how many I'm going to sell, how much money that's going to generate, and the plan of action that I'm going to take to get there. So every day when I get up, I can look at, okay, this is my numbers for this month. This is what I want to try to do. This is the number that I need to sell to generate, and this is how I'm going to do it. So every day I can reinforce in my mind the actions I'm going to take. I actually have a link below of a document of a quarterly goal, basically from outline from Vishen Lakhiani from Mindvalley, just a great entrepreneur. This was shared in my mastermind group. I kind of just reorganized it to the way I set it up, so you guys can do that, but I just wanted to give them all credit from where I got it from. But setting and reviewing goals is literally one of the most crucial parts of growth and improvement. And once you write these goals down, you're on the first step to really getting to those goals and setting that mission to get there, right? So the next one is reading different books individually, and then giving them to your team, telling your team things to read after you read them. And then going through review of the book. So I do like books and articles. If I read a good article, I'll pass them on to my team. If I do a good book, I'll pass them on to my team. And then I'll ask them questions about it to make sure, 1, that they're reading it, but 2, to also make sure that they're digesting the right information. Because if there's something great in the book, I really want to bring that through to them. It also helps create a really strong bond with your team and keep everyone moving in the right direction. Dan Kennedy's books are always a great choice too. Wealth Attraction for starters, stuff like that, Millionaire Mindset. Getting people into the mindset that you want, like Work the System is a book you hear me talk about all the time, and I love having my team understand and read it because it really helps them understand why we're being so systems focused, right? And when you do this, you will take the necessary actions to cultivate an environment of growth so that everyone in your team is on the same growth process as you are. And it really helps everything move forward. And the result of this is just going to be greater success for you and your team, resulting in forward progress that makes you and your team shine from top to bottom. And that's just because you guys are working together, right? This is about improving yourself, your company, your team, everything around you, okay? Highly effective leaders are bold with a purpose, guys. Habit number 3. Look, if you want your team to follow you, you must boldly stand for your mission that you all can purposely be passionate about. So it's about understanding your mission statement and then being bold about it and being really strong and knowing that you are all in for that. So if you're sitting here wondering how you can accomplish this, listen, my answer is super simple, okay? Take some time to decide exactly what your vision is and having a personal brainstorm session. Now, do not fall into the trap of, I don't have enough time. Yeah, I'll do that another day. I'm just busy right now. I cannot describe to you how important it is to understand your own vision and mission of your company. Because if you don't know, how can you expect your team and your company to follow you on a path to that mission? You have to be bold and passionate, and you need to have this written down, cemented. You need to look at it and know what it is. So once you define your division, outline how you plan to accomplish it. People that follow leaders want to follow plans. They want to know what it's going to take to get there and how you're going to do it. It doesn't have to be the exact step by step, but know your plan of action. And that will change as you go about this plan, but have a goal and know your way to get there. Know your map to get there. Next, share your vision with your team and constantly keep them focused daily, weekly, monthly on exactly what that vision is. Reinforce it. Why they are investing their time in the vision. How they can accomplish this vision will impact them, and also how accomplishing this vision will impact the world around them. Because key people that are really good at moving your company forward, want to be part of something great. Why else would they join a company? Anyone can make money. Any great person, any great team member can make money somewhere. The reason we always like to be a part of something great is because we know that we're part of something that's changing the world, moving something forward, doing something that they're passionate about. So you need to share this and get them as excited as you are in your passion, right? So here's an example, and this is just an example. In 2016, Team Systemizely will help 2,000 entrepreneurs systemize their business so that they can achieve the business and lifestyle of their dreams. We will accomplish this by providing unique solutions to meet the needs of our customer base in the form of digital information products, personal mentorship programs, and live events. Every day we must focus on our customer, our team vision, and our personal success. By diligently investing our time productively, we will change the world, period. Reread your mission and purpose statements each morning with your standard operating procedures and goal sheet. That's what you want to do every day, what your daily outline is, and what your goals are. Habit number 4. Highly effective leaders are highly accountable. Okay, this is so powerful, right? The 4th habit is about regularly monitoring your team's progress by practicing extreme accountability. To put this habit into play, you must take a daily account of how you and your team members are performing and make adjustments as needed. Here's how to accomplish this, okay? Step number 1, set daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and annual benchmarks for you and your team that correspond directly with your bold vision that we spoke about in habit number 3. So this is very similar to what I talked about when I talk about KPIs, key performing indicators. What are our benchmarks and what indicates that we're going along to our vision? So setting not only where you want to go, but what marks that you're going in the right direction, okay? Number 2 is leading by example by doing your part and communicating openly with your team in a manner that highlights both the success of your team as well as the personal success of special team members in regards to the vision. So here's an example, right? Yesterday we hit XYZ benchmark. It resulted from the strategy that we just implemented, that we talked about last week, being implemented effectively. I truly appreciate everyone's efforts on this, and I want to take a moment right now to acknowledge Bob's diligent effort in helping us all achieve that benchmark by allowing Bob to share why XYZ's strategy is working so well. This way we can all be motivated to do the same. So then you give it over to that employee. Have them talk about what they did, right? What they did with that strategy. One, it gives them credit. It gives them accountability for what they did, but it also lets them know, other people, that they can also implement this really, really well. So great work, Bob. Great work, everybody, right? You're giving that level of acknowledgement. Now we want to continue this process over and over again. It's a system, remember? So we want to keep going over and over. Now the other part of extreme accountability is also taking the blame when things don't go right. So you are accountable as the leader. At the end of the day, all decisions come back to you. All results come back to you. So if there are issues, you need to figure out where those issues come from. But at the end of the day, it is you that needs to take the brunt of the failure, the brunt of the issue, take the brunt of the blame, figure out where it came from, and it's your duty to fix it. Accountability isn't just about giving credit when credit's due. It's also about taking the blame when things don't go right. So be accountable for actions as the leader. Don't be the kind of leader that blames other people for problems. You are the leader. You will always have responsibility fall on your shoulder. This is such an important thing to know because I see so many people do this wrong, and it's so important that you have to firmly understand and believe that you have the power to lead and also to take the blame. Leadership is about saying, yes, this is my fault. At the end of the day, it all falls on me because you are taking that responsibility as a leader, okay? So habit number 5, highly effective leaders reward their team members for great work, okay? Rewarding, it's so, so important. One of the best strategies to motivate your team as an effective leader is to reward them, okay? So you can do this by setting up special reward systems that keep your team focused, accountable, and motivated to do their best work each and every day. So here's an example. In the first quarter, our goal is to achieve a 20% increase in overall product sales. When our team hits the sales goals, we'll all take a weekend getaway to Hawaii courtesy of me. Whoa, that was a huge, amazing bonus. Wow, 20% increase. I hope they're making millions. But here's the thing is that you're setting actual a goal of where you want to go. You're getting a bonus or a reward for getting there so everyone can focus on hitting that benchmark and they know what's going to happen if they get there. Now, one of the cool things, an example and a little kind of resource that I've been using that I learned about in my mastermind is uncover.com. Uncover.com. It's a great resource for treating your team to credits to possible stores they might like. Amazon, iTunes, getting music. Maybe they like to shop for something. You can get them different credits that they can go out and buy gift certificates with so they can go out and buy whatever they want. So instead of just getting them a small reward of something that you think they'll like, you can give them credits to get what they really want. So remember, guys, these 5 core leadership traits are only highly effective when you practice them, though. You actually have to make them habits for yourself and your company, which means you don't have to wait till tomorrow to start making a habit, right? It's all about getting started immediately. It takes up to 2 weeks to create a habit. It takes up to 2 weeks to break a habit, and you can lose habits within anywhere between 1 to 3 weeks of not doing them. 1 to 3, I think it's actually 1 to 3 days of not doing them. You can break habits in those first 2 weeks. So be very careful when you're doing these habits. Be structured, be scheduled, think about what you're doing as you're trying to be a leader, okay? So these are super important. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you took away some information from this. Love the resources. Download these things below and leave us a comment, guys. All right, way to go. You completed today's video. I thank you so much for joining us. I want to ask of you 3 simple things before you go. 1, go ahead, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's the big red button on this page, and you'll actually see it on the next slide of this video. Go ahead, click that, join us, subscribe to this channel, and you'll get these updates every week. Videos like this full of tips, resources, and useful things that you can use in your business to become the best, most strategic entrepreneur possible. Number 2 is go ahead and download our report. We got it directly in the description of this blog. It's going to be so useful to you if you are interested in scaling, systemizing, or possibly even selling your business at some point. This is going to be something that's going to be extremely, extremely crucial for you to download and to understand. So go ahead, get that today. And of course, the third thing is please comment on this video. Let us know what you're thinking. Do you have any questions? What can we answer for you? We cannot wait to talk to you. We're all here to help you guys. So look forward to talking to you all and have a great day.